What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video, and today we are talking about delves. Moreover, we're talking about an exploit that people are doing in delves to print profane tinderboxes. So for example, we have a delve in Hallowfall called Nightfall Sanctum, and I've made a video on this delve as well as other people have done so too, and this delve is famously known for dropping more profane tinderboxes than any other delve. It is a very good delve to get experience in, level up and make gold at the same time. And the thing is, profane tinderboxes from this delve, they can drop from anything. You can literally pick up a mining node, a herbalism node or something like that, and you can get a profane tinderbox from it. And it has a higher chance if a brand picks it up. So this exploit we're talking about today is not going to be of that big significance. It is absolutely an exploit, and I want to talk about exactly how it's done. But when it comes to doing the exploit versus farming the delve naturally, I believe there's a very small difference. Nevertheless, I think it's pretty interesting that something like this works, so let's talk about it. When you are in this delve, or any delve for that matter, when Bran is picking something up, you can cancel his pickup animation, still get the item, and pick it up again. So for example, if you have a herbalism node like this, you can pick this one up several times, and once again, in this specific delve, picking up that herbalism node can give you a profaned tinderbox, so you can pick up this herb 10 times and get, potentially, 10 tinderboxes, even though that's not how the drop rate works. It seems to be about 5% or 10% from these random pickups. And the method of doing this is literally when Bran is about to gather something, you will go into combat. That's it. That's how easy it is. And it sounds very easy in principle, but I will tell you, being solo, it is quite difficult. But if you're two people, it can be fairly easy, very easy, whatever. So what you do here is what I've been doing is set focus on Bran. That way you can target something else and see his casting animation. So right before he's about to finish picking something up, you go into combat, in some way, shape or form, get yourself into combat, and this will take a lot of practice to get correctly. Just get the timing down every single time. Took me about 3 runs in this delve to start getting it down and farming it over and over again, just to like show you guys how it works. So we do have some footage of that as well. So this right here is footage of me farming a delve at the moment and trying out this strategy just to see exactly how it works, and we have the chat log open here so you can see how many of the item I loot as well. So there we got the first lure drop, and we're just seeing if we get the second one. As you can see, we did get a second one, so he picked up that lure drop twice because we cancelled out the first one. Now I could not go up here to pull a mob during this pull to keep him farming, but we at least got 1 extra from this time. And over here now, you will basically see what I'm doing here to get Bran to pick up 1 resource multiple times. We are looking at the Bran, looking at his casting animation. We have both a fishing pool down there, and we have a herb down there as well. And we have a mob up here. So we are watching, we're getting the fish, but he's also picking up the herb, and we're trying to get the herb twice here. So first of all, we get the herb once, we pull this one, and right before he finishes picking up the herb, we pull that mob. And just to show you, once again, that was Bran picking up the lure drop. I think it was a lure drop down there, right? And he's gonna go down again and pick 1 more up. And every time, you can keep repeating this 10 times per node, 50 times per node, as long as you have a mob nearby. So the essence here is get Bran to pick up a node. Before he finishes the cast, you pull something in the nearby area, and try to pull as little as possible, because the more mobs you have available, the more times you can pick up every single node in this delve. Now, the biggest example I'm going to be able to show you guys here through this footage, and me trying this out for the first time after hearing about it, is probably when I picked up this Arthur Hammerfish pool, or I guess school, whatever. You pick it up, and I picked it up 3 times. So for that, we just, once again, we found a resource inside the... I also picked this one up twice, by the way. The mining node you can see here, we picked that up twice. But over here, we have a fishing pool, and we have a Bran on focus here, so we pull a mob at the very very end of the cast, and as you can see, we did get one Arathor Hammerfish here. We did pull more than we wanted to, but we do have more mobs behind us. So the essence is that I'm skipping as many mobs as I can until we get to the point. You can also get into combat by doing those purple things, by the way, which is a little bit requires timing, and it can only happen once or twice. But as we have seen so far, we got the Hammerfish 3 times from this pull so far. We have 2 Hammerfishes here, and scrolling up before the cloth loot as well, we got the Hammerfish before the cloth loot. So for example, up here we have, one more time, Arathor Hammerfish. We have already gotten it 3 times. As you can see right here, we see 3 of it in the chat at this very moment. So that pool was picked up 3 times by Bran, by me getting into combat at the end of his cast on every single one. So basically, you can farm infinite resources in Delves, and this requires very good timing on your part, or being 2 people. If you are 2 people, it requires timing still, but you can, for example, have one dude just sitting with Bran and getting him towards that node. Meanwhile, person number 2 can pull anything in the entire delve, because when you are solo, you have to be responsible for both keeping Bran near a resource and also pulling mobs, which means you are limited to only pulling whatever is closest to you. But if you're 2 people, you can have one person at the resource and the other one can pull anything in the entire delve, and that person can have Bran on focus by himself, or he can be on a Discord call and just communicate. Now the thing is, even if you're solo, you can still grab every single resource 2 or 3 times, so it significantly buffs your chance to get those tinderboxes, and I believe this is a major oversight by Blizzard's part, and once again my philosophy on talking about bugs and exploits is making them public so you know about them while they are available, and then hopefully Blizzard fixes them sooner rather than later. The more people know about them, the more public they are, the bigger the chance is that Blizzard fixes things. Either way, I think it's stupid that you can cancel out a animation towards the end, you still get the loot, and he will do it over again. Now the thing is, when you are with Bran, you can actually increase your chances to find treasures, so let's talk about that as well. So when you are using the Bran or the Explorer League supplies, you can actually use a utility combo called Olden Seek Relic. When Bran uses gathering tools, there is a 20% chance to unearth a powerful artifact that grants your party a powerful boon. Now the gathering tools themselves, Bran uses his gathering tools to help players find additional gold or herbs, fish, leathers and treasures. So for this one, I have heard, I have not been able to test this to a full extent, but I've heard that when you have this one on a higher rank, it will give you even more resources when he's gathering as well. Now, the way it's supposed to work, I guess, is that it's just going to give you a DPS buff when he's gathering, or a certain buff when he's gathering something. But up until this point, maybe even now, I only have rank 1 here, but having a higher rank actually increases the quantity and the quality of what he finds. So you can actually make this into a pretty steady gold farm by just doing this. And once again, the exploit itself is resetting the animation at the end of the cast, and then picking up the resources more than once. And people have been exploiting this for a while. I got some DMs about this a few days ago, and I just wanted to test it out myself, see if it still works, and it does. So let's make some noise here. Hopefully Blizzard fixes this, so legit farming becomes even better and even easier. The thing about exploits is that anytime they are active, actually farming, like legit farming, becomes less valuable, because when an exploit is in the game, somebody out there somewhere is abusing it. Either way, that's the video. If you want to make more gold in a legitimate way, then check out my War Within Goldmaking Guide, where we talk about professions, crafting, farming, pretty much any way to make gold in the game. We talk about a bunch of different ways to make gold. We have how to spend your specialization points in professions, which crafts to do to make gold, which ones to spend concentration on to make gold. We have solo gold farms, group gold farms, and just general gold making strategies. In addition to that, when you buy the guide, you get exclusive access to a gold making Discord server, where we talk more about gold making, share secrets, share strategies, learn from each other's mistakes and successes, and I give you guys early access to videos and exclusive videos as well. So check that out, the link is down below. Either way, that is what I have for you today, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and let me know, did you know about this in the comments down below. Either way, thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye now.